Shri Gurucharitra Chapter 47 Shri Gurudev Datta Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Guruji manifests in 8 forms and attends 8 devotees at the same time. Sage Siddha gave an account of another marvelous incident proclaiming Guru's glory to Namadharaka. During Shri Guruji's stay at Gangapur, the great festival of Deepavali approached. Before a few days of the festival, the devotees of Shri Guruji from different villages arrived to Gangapur to have the fortune of meeting him. Among them, 7 disciples hailing from different areas had come there to invite Shri Guruji to their respective places with the intention of adoring him and celebrating the Dipali festival in the august presence of Shri Guruji. All the disciples were very near and dear to Shri Guruji. Those devotees prostrated before Shri Guruji and requested him intimately and with humility to visit their homes and receive their little bit of seva and bless them. Then Shri Guruji smiled for a while and said, "O my devotees, you are hailing from 7 different places, but I am only one. Then how can I visit all the 7 scattered places on the same day? I shall visit only one of your houses out of 7. You only need to tell me the place to which I have to visit. I shall visit that place and receive your honor there, which has to be unanimously agreed upon by you. However, to visit all 7 places and receive your services there on the same day is an impossibility." Then those 7 disciples started making arguments and counter arguments among themselves, and everyone insisted that it was his privilege to invite Shri Guruji to his house. Everyone nurtured a feeling that he was the favored devotee of Guru's liking and he should be given an opportunity of inviting Shri Guruji to his house. All were talking in different tones, and as such, there was no unanimity. Finally, there prevailed a sort of confusing situation. Shri Guruji, who was aware of the confusing situation, called the devotees and said, "Hey devotees, it is not fair on your part to quarrel among yourselves in my divine presence. As I am only one, on the day of Deepavali, I shall visit any one of the disciples' house out of 7. Thus he consoled them. Then the disciples humbly prayed, "Hey revered Master, without differentiating among we 7 disciples on any grounds like economic condition, caste, social status, be equitable to us. Do not discard us just by looking at our flaws or shortcomings. If you were to disown us on any pretext, we shall certainly end our lives. For us, your sacred feet are everything. Therefore, simply do not disown us. However, let us make one thing very clear, that we are bound by your wish and we shall obey it. Your advice is acceptable to all of us." Expressing their wish thus, they prostrated before Shri Guruji. Then Shri Guruji spoke to his disciples thus, "O my disciples, I shall certainly visit all of your houses. You may return to your houses without any suspicion in your mind. Do not be anxious and carry preconceived thoughts in your mind." However, those ignorant disciples were not in a position to comprehend the inner meaning of Guru's words. They were thinking in their minds as to how Shri Guruji could visit all 7 places on the same day, and how could they believe Shri Guruji's assurance. They dared to question Shri Guruji, but in a humble tone. "Hey revered Master, how can you visit our houses simultaneously which are scattered? How can we trust something which we have not heard?" After listening to their views, Shri Guruji thought it was of no use talking to those low-witted disciples and he decided to call them one by one and talk to them separately. He called one of the disciples first and told him that he would certainly visit his house and warned that he must not reveal the matter to other disciples and then to return to his village. Likewise, Sri Guruji called all his 7 disciples one by one and assured the same thing to all of them. Thus, Sri Guruji spoke to all the disciples separately in isolation and sent them back to their respective villages. Devotees from Gangapur who learnt this fact were upset a bit as they would be missing the company of Sri Guruji on the auspicious day of Happy Deepavali. Later, one miraculous incident happened. The disappointed devotees of Gangapur came to Sri Guruji and prayed before him not to leave them on the most auspicious occasion of Deepavali. They wanted Shri Guruji to stay in Mutt itself to accept their honor and treat. Then Shri Guruji assured them that under no circumstances he would be leaving the Mutt premises and that being stationed there he would accept their sevas. Later, on the day of Deepavali, Shri Guruji, the only one of his stature, the most exalted, the unglorified, who is the personification of Gurudeva Datta, through his true energy, that is, illusory powers, manifested at the same moment in 8 forms, and of those, he stayed back at Gangapur in his original form. Through his remaining 7 forms, he appeared in 7 places of his different disciples. All the 7 disciples of Shri Guruji were highly delighted at the arrival of Shri Guruji to their places. They had an unquestioned bath along with Shri Guruji. They worshipped Shri Guruji through the enjoined rituals and waved the lamps. They eulogized Shri Guruji in several ways. They raised the slogans of victory, Jai Jai, and offered him food containing 6 flavored items by way of Bhiksha Seva. Shri Guruji received their honor, rejoiced, and blessed them all for their overall prosperity. Shri Guruji then returned to Gangapur and got merged in his original form. Then all those 8 forms constituted one original form. No one could comprehend the divine marvelous glories of Guru, which are the creations of his illusory powers. Later, on the day of Kartik Purnima, those 7 disciples assembled at Gangapur along with other devotees for the celebration of Lamp Festival in Guru's presence. All the 7 disciples were talking about the arrival of Shri Guruji to their respective places on the day of Deepavali and shared their happy moments on that memorable occasion. The devotees who were there at the Mutt on the day of Deepavali also exchanged their views regarding the manner of celebration of the festival along with Shri Guruji in the Mutt premises itself. There was a great debate on this subject amongst the devotees. There were arguments and counter arguments about Shri Guruji's participation in the festival. Each one of the disciples was claiming that Shri Guruji had come only to his place on that day. Then they started suspecting the claims of each other. Each one disputed the claims of the others. As a means of proof, every one of them exhibited the blessed materials which were with them as given back to them by Shri Guruji after their offerings to him. Seeing those prasad items, the 7 disciples and devotees of Mutt area were wonderstruck. They realized that the Master had manifested in 8 forms at different places on the same day. They were stunned. Until the last moment, Shri Guruji did not disclose the secret. None was aware of the reality except the Master. The ignorant ones, the materialistic ones, failed to comprehend the divine glories of Shri Guruji. Such people are not fond of Guru Bhakti. Service to Guru is the root cause for success in one's life. Here ends the 47th chapter in the most auspicious Shri Gurucharitra. Shri Gurudev Datta. Shri Guru Dattatreya Arpanamastu.